My name is April Angela Pisigan and I am the reporter of unemployment. What is the meaning of unemployment? Unemployment occurs when a person who is actively searching for employment is unable to find a work. It is also often used as the measure of the health of the economy. The most frequent measure of unemployment is unemployment rate, which is the number of unemployed people divided by the total number of employed in the labor force. The human cost of unemployment alone would justify making a low level of unemployment an important public policy priority. But unemployment also includes economic cost to the broader. When millions of unemployed but willing workers cannot find jobs, an economic resource is going unused. They said that an economy with high unemployment is like a company operating with functional but unused factory. So, the opportunity cost of unemployment is the output that could have been produced by the unemployed workers. The point is that adult population is not just divided by unemployed and employed. A third group also exists. These are the people who do not have job but for some reason like retirement, looking after children, and having a voluntary break for a new job, are not interested in having a job either. It also includes those who do not have a job but quite looking, often due to being discouraged by their inability to find suitable employment. Economist refers to this third group who are not looking for jobs and who are not working as out of the labor force, or they are not included in the labor force. When we say employed, they are the ones who are currently working for pay. When we say unemployed, they are the ones who are looking for a job. When we say out of the labor force, they are out of paid work and not looking for a job. When we say labor force, these are the number of unemployed plus the employed. Calculating the unemployment rate. What do we mean by unemployment rate? What is the meaning of unemployment rate? Unemployment rate is not the total percentage of adult population without the jobs, but rather these are the percentage of those adults who are included in the labor force but do not have a job. So this is the formula of unemployment rate. Unemployment rate is equals to unemployed people divided by the total labor force times 100. Hidden unemployment. So, in hidden unemployment, there are two categories. These are the underemployed and discouraged workers. So, ano nga ba ang nakapaloob sa underemployed? Underemployed are those people who are trained and skilled for one type or level of work, who are working in a lower paying job or one that does not utilize their skills. For example, an individual who is a college graduate of finance or accounting, but currently he or she is a sales clerk. So, yun, yung scenario na yun, this is what we call underemployed. But they are, however, counted in the employed group. So, all of these individuals fall under the umbrella of hidden unemployment. Then, the next is discouraged workers. Ano nga ba pag sinabing discouraged workers? These are those people who are currently or not looking for a job. Or these are the people or individual who have stopped looking for employment and they are no longer counted in the unemployed, but they also fall into this group which what we call hidden unemployment. So another important statistic is the labor force participation rate. These are the percentage of the adult who are currently employed and unemployed. So ano nga ba ang nakaloob sa payroll estimation survey? So, in this, it generates employment estimates by the following. All employee average weekly hours worked, and averagely hourly, and average weekly, hourly, and overtime earnings. So, one of the criticisms of this survey is it does not count the self-employed. It also does not make a distinction between new, minimum wage, part-time, or temporary jobs and full-time jobs, and full-time jobs with decent pay. They said that younger workers tend to have high ratings of unemployment, while middle-aged workers tend to have low rate of unemployment. Probably because middle-aged workers feel the responsibility of needing to have a job more heavily. For them, para makatulong sa family, for them to support their children, their loved ones, their partner. So, younger workers move in and out of the jobs easily, while elderly workers have low rates of unemployment because those who does not have a job often exit the labor force. Paano? By retiring, and it does not count in the unemployment statistics. Cyclical unemployment. So, one primary determinant of the demand for labor from firms is that how they perceive the state of macroeconomy. If the firm believes that the company or firm is expanding, then at any given wage, they will desire to hire a greater quantity of labor, and the labor demand curve shift to the right. If the company or the business perceives that the company is slowing down or entering a recession, then at any given wage, then they will wish to hire a lower quantity of labor, and the labor demand curve shift to the left. The variation in unemployment caused by the economy moving from expansion to recession, or vice versa, from recession to expansion, is what we call cyclical unemployment. So, probably a few people are unemployed because of some unrealistic expectations about wages. But they do not represent the majority of the unemployed. Instead, yung iba sa unemployed have their friends or acquaintances na employed, which is na katulad lang din ng skills or training na meron sila. That's why unemployed people would be willing to work for the same job and same salary. But sometimes, yung employer ng kanilang friends and acquaintances are not hiring. So, yung mga individual na yon, they will fall into involuntary unemployed. Why wages might be sticky downward? One argument is that even employees who are not working as union members are often in an implicit contract. So, pag sinabi nating implicit contract, what is an implicit contract? It is that the employer will try to keep wages from falling when the economy is going down or the business is having the trouble. And yung mga employees, hindi sila pwedeng mag-expect ng huge salary increase when the economy or the business is ayos na, or when the economy or the business is strong. Ang wage setting behavior na ito is just like an insurance. The employee has some protection against wage declines in bad times, but pays for the protection of lower wages in good times. The efficiency wage theory. So, in this theory, it argues that the productivity of workers depends on their pay. One reason is that employees who are paid better than the others would be more productive because they recognize that if they lose their job, they will experience the decline in the salary. So, as a result, the employee will be motivated to work harder and to stay with the current employer. The adverse selection of wage cuts. So, in this argument, it points out that kapag daw ang employee nag-react to poor business condition at ang nagawa niyang alternative or naisip niyang alternative is to reduce the wages, then his or her best employees will just or will have the idea or the choice to leave the company. The least attractive workers with fewer employment alternatives are more likely to stay. The insider-outsider model. So, in this, it argues that those people who are currently working in the company are called insider, but those new employees or that works at the time, they are called outsiders. A firm depends on its insiders to grease the wheels of the organization, to train new employees, and so on. However, cutting the wages of these employees will alienate the insiders, and the productivity of the company will lessen and damage the firm's productivity and prospects. The long run, the natural rate of unemployment. First is frictional unemployment. What is the meaning of frictional unemployment? This is the unemployment that occurs in the meantime as workers move between jobs. It takes time on part of the both employer and the employee or individual to match those looking for employment with correct job openings. Structural unemployment. Ano nga ba pag sinabi nating structural unemployment? These are those individuals who has no jobs because of their lack skills valued by the labor market. This is all for my report, and thank you.